Hello 8th class, a very good morning to all of you. In yesterday class, we were talking about algebraic identities and we did few questions on that. Today, we are going to move forward with the same concepts and we are going to solve few more questions. First, we are going to write the algebraic identities that we used yesterday. We have four standard identities. We have four standard identities, and these are, first one is a plus b square whole square is equal to sum, or if we have sum of two terms whole square, it will be equal to square of first term plus square of second term into twice the product of terms. If we have the difference of two terms and we have to find out the whole of that difference, it will be equal to square of first term plus square of second term minus 2 into product of terms. If we have two terms and we have something like that, a plus b into a minus b, then it will be equal to a square minus b square. A plus b, we have once we are adding both the terms, once we are subtracting both the terms, then we are finding the product. It will be equal to the square of first term minus square of second term, and vice versa also. If we have square of first term minus square of second term, it will be equal to sum of two terms into difference of two terms. Next we have is x plus a, x plus b, which will be equal to x square plus a plus bx plus ab. These four identities we are going to use today also. So we completed up to question number 3 yesterday, and now question number 4. We have to simplify. First part is we have to simplify a square minus b square. Okay, don't get confused by square inside the bracket. You have to treat them as one term. This is one term, this is second term, and we have to find out their difference ka whole square. So it will be equal to, we will use first second identity using. So I am changing the alphabets here, variables here. Instead of a and b, which might make confusion here, I am going to use x and y. So x minus y square is equal to x square plus y square minus 2xy. So here this is x and this is y. Implies a square minus b square whole square will be equal to first term ka square. First term ka square will be a square square plus second term square. Second term ka square minus 2 product of terms. It will be like this. Now a square to the power square. If we have power to the power, they get multiplied. We will get 4, root is a 4. Power over power means multiplication of powers, 2a square b square. This is our desired result. Next we have something like that, 2x plus 5 square whole square minus 2x minus 5 whole square. Okay, now can we use this identity? Okay, there are two methods of solving this equation, this expression. Either we can consider this as a and consider this as b, and I can use the formula of a square minus b square, which is going to be a plus b into a minus b, or I can use the formula for identity of a plus b square for this expression. You use identity for this expression and then I can calculate the calculation with the terms. So I am going to use this one. We will use this. So your 2x plus 5 whole square minus 2x minus 5 whole square will be equal to sum of these two terms. So sum of these two terms, I will write first one 2x plus 5, then plus 2x minus 5. Okay, this I have written down. Next I am going to move to this. don't forget to put bracket a minus b, this term 2x plus 5 minus b. Now b is this whole term, okay? So I'll put the bracket so I'm not getting confused with negative and positive signs. This I can cancel out, plus 5 minus 5. I'm left with 2x plus 2x, which is 4x. Bracket close. Then next we have 2x plus 5 as it is. Now I am going to open the bracket, and in front of bracket we have negative. It means all the signs of terms inside the bracket are going to be get changed. So this 2x will become minus 2x, and this minus 5 will become plus 5x. Now I can cancel this 2x with minus 2x, and I am left with 10. So it is 4x into 10, which is equal to 40x, and this is our answer. So quite simple. You just have to check which identity we should use, which identity we are comfortable with and can be applied with. Next one is question number 4, and part 3. In part 3, question number 4, we are doing part 3. We have to find out 7m minus 8n square plus 7m plus 8n. Now which identity or identities we should use? Okay, so this is one term, this is second term, both terms are different, and in between we have plus sign. If we had a negative sign, we could have used this identity, but we have positive sign. So what we will do, we will adopt the second method I told you for this question. So for this I will use this identity, second one. For this I will use this identity. So using, I'll write both the identities I am going to use. A minus b square, which is equal to first term ka square plus second term ka square minus 2 into product of both terms. Then a plus b square is first term square plus b, second term square plus 2 into both product of both terms. Now it implies that our given expression, which was this, so here the simplification is going to get a bit bigger, but not complex. Okay, so for this, first we are going to solve this. So it will be I am going to put it in bracket to avoid any confusion. So first term ka square, it will be 7m ka square plus second term ka square, this ka square, minus 2 into 7m. Okay, I am going to put bigger bracket here, 7m into, because so many smaller brackets you will get confused with the brackets only. So this we get for this expression. Okay, this is this. Now we have plus sign, so I'll put plus sign and bracket. Now you should put your expression for this here, but I don't have space, so I'm going to write it here. So this I'm writing, simplifying here. It is first term ka square plus second term square plus 2 into 7m into 8n. Okay, bracket close. Now I am going to simplify them inside the bracket only. 7m square means 7 ka square, which is 49, and m square, which is m square, plus 8n square means 8 ka square into n square, which is going to be 64n square, minus 7 into 2 into 8. 7 into 2 into 8, it is going to be 14 into 8, which is going to be 112, minus 112, and variables we have m and n. So next plus 7m square, 45, 49 m square plus 64 n square plus, again we have 2 into 7 into 8, so again we are going to get 112 mn. So I can now, because we have positive signs, it means the sign of terms inside this expression are not going to get changed. I can just remove the brackets and we are left with this term. It's okay. Now I can cancel these terms, minus 112m plus 2112m, and we are left with 49m square plus I am going to club the like terms, 49m square, 49m square. So I am going to write them both together, 64n square plus 64n square. Okay. Addition of these like terms, I am going to put the variable as it is. 49 plus 49, it is going to be 9, 9, 18, 4, 4, 5 and 4, 4, 8 and 9. Again 64 ka square, I am going to put the variable as it is, which is n square. Then I am going to add the coefficients, which is 4, 4, 8 and 6, 6, 12. 128 n square, and this is going to be our answer. So this is how we solve these kinds of questions. I am going to do now fourth part is fourth part. I am going to give the hint only. Okay, I am not going to solve. I am going to give you hint how to solve that. After that, we are moving on to fifth part. In fourth part, we have something like that: 4m plus 5m whole square plus 5m plus 4m whole square. So here we have this whole square and this whole square. Inside we have plus, it means we can't use this identity. We have to solve for these expressions, these squares separately. So for this we will use first identity, for this also second identity, first identity only. So are these terms equal? No, because here we have 4 with m, here we have 5 with m. Okay, so these are two separate identities. We can't club them together. We will be using first a plus b whole square formula for this one, and similarly for this one, a plus b whole square, and then we are going to do the simplification. Okay. Part 5, we have decimals. Okay, 2.5 p minus 1.5 q whole square minus 1.5 p minus 2.5 q whole square. So what we are going to do? We can do two things. First, we can remove the decimal, or we can keep them as it is. We are going to keep them as it is and see what is going to happen. Now this is a whole square. This is another whole square, and in between we have negative term. So it should be a square minus b square, this identity, third identity. So this is your a, this is your b. Using a square minus b square is equal to a minus b. You can write a minus b before and a plus b after, or you can put a plus b before term, this binomial before or later. The placement will not matter because addition is commutative. Okay, so this required 2.5 p minus required expression will be equal to 1.5 p minus 2.5 q whole square will be equal to a minus b. A minus b, not square. Only this is, okay, this is a square, this is b square. I am going to write this to avoid the confusion. This is the inside the bracket part expression binomial is a. So I am going to write a, which is 2.5 p minus 1.5 q. This is our a, minus b, which is 1.5 p minus 2.5 q. A minus b. I am going to put them inside larger bracket. Then we have multiplication and a minus b. So multiplication a plus b, 2.5 p minus 1.5 q, bracket close, plus 1.5 p minus 2.5 q, bracket close. So now we are going going to open these brackets and we are going to get 2.5p minus 1.5q as it is. Now because we have negative before the bracket, the sign of terms inside this bracket are going to get changed. So we will get minus 1.5p plus 2.5q. Okay. For second binomial, we are going to get 2.5p minus 1.5q first term as it is plus 1.5. Because we have positive signs are not going to get changed. We can write them as it is. So this here in this second binomial, second expression, not binomial, we can cancel these terms out and these terms out. So we are left with here 2.5p minus 1.5p. How much we are left with? 2.5 minus 1.5. 5 minus 5, 0. 1. So we are left with 1p. We can write it as p. Then this. We are left with plus q. Okay. And here we are left with 0. We are left with nothing, 0. And 0 into any expression will be equal to 0. So the answer of fifth part of fourth question is 0. Okay, we are going to do one more part. We are going to do seventh part. Then we are going to move to question number 5. I hope till now you are getting a hang of it, that how to solve this question and which identity you should apply. Seventh part, which is m square m square plus 2m cube n square. Okay, this is the expression given. So in this we have square of 2 terms plus this. In this we can't apply, this is only a single term. We can't apply any of this formula. So we are going to just keep this term together. Okay, so we are going to use formula for this. Using what formula we will be using for it? We will be using a minus b whole square, which will be equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. A here is m square and b here is n square m. Okay, so your given expression, which was m square minus n square m square plus 2m cube n square will be equal to, for this we are using the identity, which will be equal to first term का square. First term is m square का square plus second term का square. Second term is n square m का square minus 2 product of 2 terms, which is m square into n square m plus this term as it is, because we are not applying any formula over here over this term. So m square square, it will be power over power, means we are going to multiply them. 2 to the 4. Then plus m square m whole power, means square of this term, square of this factor, not term, factor, square of this factor. So it is going to be n to the power 4, m to the power 2 minus 2. Minus 2 coefficient is going to come as 2. Now m square into m in multiplication of same variables, the power are going to get added. So we are going to get 3 and 2 plus 2 and 3 and 2. Now we have minus and plus, minus 2 m cube n square plus 2 m cube n square. I can cancel them out and after that I am left with n to the power 4 m to the power 2, which is our required expression, simplified expression. Now we are moving on to question number 5. In question number 5 we have to show, it means we have to simplify left hand side and right hand side to check if they are equal or not. In fact, we have to show that both of the sides are equal. So question number 5. we are going to do first part. First part we have to show that 3x plus 7. We are going to do this part step by step, so we know that what steps we have to write in the exam. So we are going to start with left hand side. In left hand side we have 3x plus 7 whole square minus 84x. This term we don't have to simplify further, but this term we can use the first identity and simplify it. So using a plus b whole square, which is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. So your given expression, this minus 84x will become a square. So it is going to be 3x ka whole square plus b square, which is equal to 7 ka square, plus 2 into product of both the terms, this. Now this expression I am going to write as it is because no further simplification required. It is 9x square plus 49 plus 3 to the 6 and 42x minus 84x. It is going to be 9x square plus 49 minus 4 to 6 and 8 126x. Okay, this is our simplification for left hand side. Now we are going to solve right hand side. Our right hand side is 3x minus 7 whole square. Okay, we did some mistake. Here it was positive. Okay, here we had positive. So we are going to get 84 minus 42, that is 42x. I apologize for that mistake. So right hand side. So we are going to use which formula? We are going to use a minus b whole square, which is equal to, as you probably know by now, 2ab, implies your 3x minus 7 whole square is going to be 3x square plus 7 ka square minus 2 into product of both the terms in the given expression. It is going to be 9x square, 3 ka square into x square plus 49 minus 3 to the 6 minus 42x. And now what we are left with? Our left hand side is equal to right hand side. Implies we have shown, implies, or you can simply write hence verified. Okay, we have verified that they are both equal. No need to write the expression again. Okay, like this only you have to solve each part. I am leaving part 2 for you guys. Then moving on to third part. In third part we have fractions. By 3 m minus 3 by 2 n to the power 2 plus 2 mn is equal to 16 by n m square plus 9 by 16 n square. Okay, so we are going to simplify left hand side and if required right hand side also, and then we are going to check are they equal or not. It means we have to show them both as equal. So right side is this, left hand side is this, 4 by 3 m minus 3 by 2 n whole square plus 2 mn. It means we have to use formula for a minus b square. So we will use a minus b square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. We will get, what we will get? First term का square 4 by 3 m whole square plus second term का square. Second term is 3 by 2 m whole square minus 2 product of both these terms 4 by 3 m into 3 by 2 n plus we have simplified this binomial square of binomial. Next this term is 2 mm written as it is. written as it is. Now we will perform cancellation here, 2 and 3. Here we will perform, we will open the whole square. It is 4 by 3 का whole square and m square. It 4 by 3 का whole square will be 16 by 9. Square of numerators divided by square of denominator, m square plus 9 it is 9 by 4 n square, and here we are left with 4 mn. So we are not getting them equal. So did we made, okay, yes, we made some mistake. We wrote 3 by 2 instead of 3 by 4. So it will be 3 by 4, 3 by 4. So 2 and 2. We are left with 16 here and 2 here. Okay, good. So 2mn. Now we can cancel out 2mn. We are left with 16 by 9 m square plus 9 by 16 n square, which is equal to our right hand side. No need for simplification. In the end we can write that implies left hand side is equal to right hand side, and hence we have verified what we were required to verify. So hence verified. Okay. All the parts. Okay, we are going to do two more parts, fourth and fifth. Fourth one is Fourth one is 4pq plus 3q whole square minus 4pq minus 3q is equal to 48pq square. Okay, our right hand side is equal to 48pq square, and I don't think we can simplify it further. And our left hand side is this one. So, and here we can apply two identities, or we can make do with only one. How is that? Whole square minus whole square minus. So we are going to use a square minus b square is equal to a plus b sum of terms, and multiplied with difference of terms, implies this 4pq plus, okay, I am going to write this part only directly. We are going to left with a plus b. This is our a, this is our b. A square minus b square. Okay, so it is going to be 4pq plus 3q a. Okay, plus 4pq minus 3q b. Okay, this is not divided by a and b. These are a and b, a plus b. Then we have a minus b, means 4pq plus 3q. Because we are writing minus, we will be writing this term inside a bracket, so no complications with negative sign. Okay, here we have 4pq plus 4pq. We can add the like terms, we will get 8pq. Now we can cancel this term out, 8pq. Next expression, this we are going to open the bracket now. 4pq minus, because there is negative before the bracket, so all the signs of all the terms inside the bracket are going to get changed. 3q, right? Now I can cancel this term out, and I am left with this term. This into 3q into 3q. It will be bracket means multiplication, 3 and 3, 6q. I am going to multiply the coefficients now. 8 6 48 pqq, or I can write them as pq square, which is equal to our given right hand side, implies you can write left hand side is equal to right hand side, and we have verified the given equation. Next we have is part 5th of this question. Only 4 identities, and we have simplified the expression so much. So fifth one was, okay, fifth one is a bit longer expression, c minus a, c plus a equal to 0. Okay, right hand side should be is 0. So we are going to simplify the left hand side and we are going to use which formula? A minus b, a plus b. A minus b, a plus b. It doesn't matter we are writing a minus b before or a minus b later on. They mean the same thing. So we are going to use a minus b and a plus b equal to a square minus b square. The term having negative sign here is going to be written later on as the second term, okay? And how many times we are going to use the identity? 3 times. Once, twice and thrice. So using this a minus b, a plus b plus b minus c, b plus c plus c minus a, c plus a will be equal to, this is equal to a square minus b square, okay, this term ka square minus plus here will be b square minus this term ka square. Similarly here c square minus this term ka square. Now we can cancel this with this, a square minus a square, b square minus b square, c square minus c square. We are left with a 0 and right hand side we had 0 already. It means left hand side is equal to right hand side, hence verified. In tomorrow class we are going to complete 9.5. We have 4 more questions left, 3 more questions left. After that we are going to start with chapter number 5, that is data handling. Have a nice day.